Hey there, YouTube. It's Fudgy Buddy here with another commentary. You may know me for making RuneScape videos, but today I will be focusing on Cinema 4D demo, in which you can make your own 3D texts. So what you want to start off with is, obviously you want to get your name going, your little text. So you click on this little squiggly thing here, scribble over the text. You have to hold this down, by the way. Go over to text and you see this little thing pops up. So you go right here and you put whatever you want. So let's say I want to make it for my RuneScape account. So my RuneScape account is Fatboy Owens. So click over here, see your name up here. So what I usually like to do is I like to change up the axis. I like to usually go for ZY. I don't know why, I'm just that kind of guy, you know. What I like to do though is once you have it centered, I like to scroll out a little so you can see the full name. But I don't like the way this is because it's so spaced out. So I like to go over here to horizontal spacing and I like to lower this down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Alright. So what you want to go ahead and do now is once you got your basic setup, what you're going to want to do is go over to here, this little box, hold it down. Go to Extrude NURBS. I know, it's a funny name. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to hold on your text and you shall see this arrow. Wait till it goes down, so it's a down arrow. And then once you do that, just let it go and you'll see your name takes on a different form. So first, what I like to do usually is I click on Extrude NURBS and it gives you this weird looking thing. So what I like to do is first set it back to however I want, and I usually like to go a little bit off to the side. You'll see why. So on this first little box here, you can make your image more 3D. So this is usually what I like to do, but you know, everyone's different. So I usually like to go to around -32-ish. Let's fix this a little, make it a little more 3D. And what you're going to want to do here is, it looks so boring, so bland. What you're going to want to do here is double click this. You get this cool little thing, it's a little texture. You go to color, let's say I want to make it a nice red color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to red, so my little ball looks like this. But so you get this, and some people like reflection, some people, you know, it's whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying? I usually like to get a little bit of reflection going here. Sorry about that. See how transparent it can be. But for this one, I might not do it, so we'll see. So what you're going to want to do, see like how it's not reflective right now? If you get it over here, I like 25. Right here. So see, it's like sort of reflective. So what you're going to do is close that out. You're going to drag this to where you see the little plus sign. And there you go. You got your little material ball over there. What I like to do though, because, you know, I'm cool like that. I like to copy this and paste it over. Because what I actually like to do is make a second text that goes out through. So I just scroll this one further out. See how you see it's two different ones? What I like to do is I'd like to put it in front of it, and then head over to Extreme Nerds, and I like to keep this the same. Sorry about that. I like to make the spacing, the movement, a little different, because I try to oh sorry, first go to text here, make the size a little smaller. Yeah, it should be good. Make the horizontal spacing a little bigger so it fits your letters. So that's kind of what you want to do. Let's see, a little higher, but make the spacing a little more. There you go. Hold on, let's try to get this pretty accurate over here. There we go. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna push it just a little bit back. Yeah, there we go. There, that makes it look a lot nicer. Let's see, with this, nope, it's way too small. Alright, So what you're going to do is this, then you're going to head over to Extreme Nerds, and you're going to want to go ahead and make these basically match. I already do because I have system preferences, but if you don't, just play around with it, try to get it to look a little nicer. What I like to do is go back over here and make another material. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make it some black. Make myself some black. We got a nice little black ball coming up here. So what I like to do on this one is put a little transparency on it, so that we can get a nice thing going on with it. So sorry about that. I like to get the transparency going, and once you do, you put it over here and you drag it onto your first text, the one that's on the very front. Now see, it becomes a little something like this. So first, let's just render this out. See how it looks? See? Now you get this nice little outline going on right in front of your text. So that's personally that's me, but you know, I like to do this, so you know, whatever floats your boat, like I said before. Now what you're gonna want to do is go over back to the cube. Go ahead, go to plane, and what you're gonna want to do is stretch it out. I got this idea from a good buddy of mine, XOSkittlesOX. Well, you guys can know him as SRossRB8, and he's a really cool guy. And make sure to check out his channel. That's SRossRB8. I'll try to have a link in the description. If I forget, I forget. But it's a nice little shout out to the guy because he does some really good stuff. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, you'll see why I'm doing this in a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and drag this stuff up. So what you're gonna want to do now is this idea I got from him. What you're gonna do here is go ahead and copy this, paste it again, and what I like to do with this one is go ahead and go to Tools, go ahead and go to Rotate, and what I like to do is I try to get it up to 90 degrees. There we go. And then you see how your text is like stuck there, so you switch back to Move and you push it back. You get your text back out. And what me and Skittles both like to do now, I learned from him, is we like to add a little light. So I usually like to use target light just because it makes everything easier. What you're going to want to do though is you're going to have to try to mess around with these settings, try to angle it right so you get it up to however you want it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push it out here and spread this illumination a little more, get me my full picture in. And what you're going to want to do here, what is just what I like to do, it's my personal thing, I like to go ahead and mess around with this, give it a nice little shadow. You go over here, you go to Shadow Map Soft, and then you can see once you render it out that there's going to be a nice little shadow behind your letters. So that's what I like to do, but everyone's different, so you know, whatever you want, like I said before. What you're going to want to go ahead and do now, you can edit it a little more, but basically that's the gist of it. And I'm going to show you one of my projects that I decided to go ahead and work on. I believe it's really good. You guys can comment about it, you know. Basically what you're going to want to do is, once you get Sky open, I guess, it's in, I believe you go to File and then just go to Presets. There are a bunch of different options. I prefer Sky, and then just make a material for it, you know, and try not to be too harsh, guys. It's only my second day using this, so try not to flood too much with, oh, you're a noob or whatever, you know, because I'm pretty proud of this. I know some of you guys out there are really good making 3D simulations and everything, but I'm not like that yet, but you know, so I'll get there. But yeah, this is basically it's a little retarded square down here. But yeah, so as you can see, there's a shadow on the wall. You got those two planes that I've been talking about. You got a nice little reflection going and the shadow of that reflection. So in my opinion, it's not just 40, it's like 70 or whatever, you know. I know I sounded retarded right there, but still. I think it's a really nice video, and So make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll see you later, guys.